What's going on, everybody? What is going on? It is Friday, December 27th, the last Friday stream of 2024. And the best way to end it off is on a kickback note where today, myself and a few others are going to be up here discussing our top movies and shows of 2024. It's a pretty, simple stream that we're going to have this evening. We're going to have some fun with it. And I hope y'all in the chat will engage as well. But shout out to each and every person that is here, whether y'all are from my stream or if you're from my guest stream, because they're streaming on their platform as well. Shout out to Denise, Kendall, Demarcus, Tamika, who actually happens to be in the back waiting right now. RD Tildall 12, Rashonda Candy Love, who has Reparations Nations Roku Moral D Woods D Wood 78 Part 2, Anita Harrell, Jay the Informant, Neo Panther Letitia, Modot J, who also is in the background as well, Don P, RBJ, Young Nine, and that is it so far. But without further ado, let me go ahead and bring my guest to the stage. The first person is Tamika's Den. What is going on, Tamika? You, you muted.
Sorry, y'all. My cat making noise, so I'm muting myself. What's going on, Tommy? And what's up, everybody?
What's going on? What's going on? All right, the next person we're bringing up is Modot J. What's going on, Mo?
Nothing much, man. Took a nap so I can make it to you live.
All right, appreciate you. It's a couple more people that's supposed to be coming up, but we'll filter them on in as they come on in. So, like I said, this is pretty simple. We're gonna go over our top shows and movies of 2024. And I was actually talking to them before I actually pressed the live button, and we were saying how this year in particular, on the show front, at least, there was a lot of shows that came out this year, a lot on various streaming platforms, some on network television. It was very hard to keep up with all of them, especially for two of the people that I have up here, because if you're not familiar with their channels, which you should be, but if you're not, I did link them down below. They review shows and movies, so I know it was extremely hard for them. Y'all think that when I upload a video about reviewing a movie, I have it easy because that's not what my channels geared toward. But for them, that is not the easiest thing to do, especially when it's streaming or when they dump all the shows or all the episodes at one time. I know, Mo, that's like an issue for you. Especially when it comes to Netflix. But yeah, this, like I said, this was a very good year for television shows in particular. So I said I wanted to start off with the shows first and then transition into the movies. And one thing I did ask my guests to do was to come up with a top 5, if they could, top 5 shows and movies that they watched this year that I guess you could say would be recommended by other people as well. And some of y'all might have something different in the chat. Some of y'all might be watching the same thing, but we gonna see what the people have to say. So I'm gonna start with Tamika, and I said I wanted to start with doing an honorable mention, a show that didn't quite crack your top 5, but it was something you watched that you would probably recommend others to watch as well.
An honorable mention. I'm gonna say The Agency, because that actually came out a little later, in the year, and it's been good. So I'm kind of stuck between that and The Day of the Jackal.
Okay, didn't it come out around the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of figured that. All right, Mo, do you have one, like an honorable mention, a show that didn't make your top 5, but it was something that you watched that was enjoyable?
Honorable mention, I'm gonna put Ghost in there.
Okay. I'm not even going to ask why, and I think that's something. All three of us up here have in common, is because that is a show that all of us have watched, and it's even other people that's part of the, I guess you can say, the group that we're a part of that collectively watched the show. We watched a plethora of different shows, but that was the show, I guess you could say, that united us, good, bad, or otherwise. That's what I will say. My honorable mention would have to be Cross. And as great as the show as it was an honorable mention because, like you said, Tamika, it came out later, so it was kind of like, I couldn't put it above the 5 that I already have, but it was still a good show. It's being renewed for season 2, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the second season. So now that we got through the honorable mention part, let's get into the 5. Tamika, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is gonna be Presumed Innocent.
Okay.
That was good. I like how they did that one. I know they're supposed to have a season 2, so I'm looking forward to it. It was an old movie back in the days. They redid it as a show, and I don't typically like when they, reimagine and redo things, but when they do a good job, I got to give them their credit for it. I felt like they did a good job with that one.
Okay, cool. All right, Mo, what was your number 5 as far as like a television show goes?
Number 5, I'm gonna put Supercell.
Okay. And ironically, that was a show that we all came up here months ago and did a collective review on. And that's why I was saying I was actually shocked that you watched that show because you kind of stay away from the superhero content. But I guess it's because the overall story underneath the superhero element was probably what pulled you in.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I liked it. It was different, but it wasn't really too much. I mean, it was superpowers in it, but for, like you said, overall, the show and the storyline was good to me.
Yeah. All right, my number 5 is Avatar: The Last Airbender. As a fan of the animated series, I think they did a real good job of adapting from that show and putting it as a live action series, especially since we got that trash movie all them years ago that should never have ever been made. That should have been a career ender from M. Night, if you ask me. But I'm glad that they pulled it together, and the effects in it look really good. The casting was good. The acting was good. The CGI looked good. And I'm so glad they got renewed for a season 2 and 3, which means now they can complete the story, because in the original series, it had 3 seasons, and that's how they completed it. So now that they are renewed for season 2 and 3, they can finish off the story. So that was my number 5. Tamika, what was your number 4?
Now, my number 4 is gonna be Penguin. I enjoyed it. They did the damn thing every time, every episode. I didn't see an episode that missed. So yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. That show was phenomenal. And hopefully the fans scream loud enough and they can get a season 2, because people were saying, "Oh, we need a season 2 badly." And also, by the way, I actually just found out today that if we do get a season 2, it may be about 3 or 4 years before we see it, because they ended up delaying the release of the Batman 2 to 2027 instead of 2026. So instead of waiting 2 years, we're gonna have to wait 3. Mo, what is your number 4?
Number 4 for me, I'm gonna put Them. Them was a good show to me. It was season 2. I don't know if a lot of people watched that, but Them was a good one for me.
What was Them about, for those who are unaware?
So the first season of Them is when they moved out to Oakland, and it was basically all the racist white people. They were trying to kick them out, and then this one was a continuation, and it used a couple of the same characters, but it was more in the present day, and it was the same thing. They were trying to go around. She was a detective this time, and she was trying to figure out what happened to all these kids and why did people keep ending up dying. And you got to watch it. It's like Paranormal kind of.
Yeah. All right. Well, my number 4 was actually a limited series, and this was one that came out and had an all-star cast, and I enjoyed every week of it, and that was Fight Night. Fight Night was so good. It was on Peacock. It had an all-star cast. It had Kevin Hart. Taraji P. Henson, Terrence Howard, Samuel L. Jackson, and the list goes on and on. It's based on a true story. Very good. This is probably one of Kevin Hart's best roles because we will heavily critique Kevin Hart with some of the stuff that he does or the decisions he makes when it comes to the acting choices that he picks. But this one was definitely a really good one. He did a really good job. It was a mixture. You had some comedy, you had some drama, action, even a little bit of suspense that was in there as well. I mean, everyone brought their A game when it came to Fight Night. So Fight Night for me was my number 4. Tamika, back to you. What was your number 3?
Number 3, I'm gonna go with From. I love that show. I
Okay.
absolutely love it. As soon as I watched it, it had me. I was captivated. I wanted to know what the hell is going on. Where the hell are these people at? How the hell do they get out of this town? For anybody that doesn't know, they show up in this town and you can't get out. Okay, no matter how hard you try. And I don't know what these beings are, but it's some type of beings, monsters, whatever you want to call them there. And you can't go outside at night. Okay. So that's my number 3.
Okay. All right, Mo, what was your number 3?
Number 3, I'm gonna go with Raising Kanan. I gotta
Okay.
throw Raising Kanan at number 3.
And Raising Kanan will be coming back for its next season sometime next year, whenever they decide to announce when the release date is going to be, or whenever they decide to drop a trailer for it, because we only got a teaser. Oh, and Miss Nisi, to answer your question, Fight Night is on Peacock. All right, my number 3 was actually I think Mo's number 5. No, I think it was Mo's number 5. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was Supercell. I really enjoyed that show. That show kind of came out of nowhere. And when I first saw the trailer for it, I said, okay, I'm gonna give this a try. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch a lot of UK based shows, but that one appealed to me when I saw it. I watched one episode and I couldn't stop. My only con is that the season was too short.
Too short.
It was only 6 episodes, but I guess I get it because it's a new series, and hopefully when they come back for a season 2, which they did get renewed for a few months ago, that they will have more episodes, because I can't wait to see where this story is going to go. And then because it gets on the topic of talking about sickle cell, and they actually did it pretty good. That was also dope as well. Original story, original characters. I can't wait to see what they cook up in season 2 of this show. Oh, but before we go any further, we have another person that just popped up. Hold on. Booby Traps, what's going on, my brother?
What up, Booby Traps?
Hey, Booby.
Can you hear us?
What's going on? What's up?
What's going on? So we were just going over our top 5 shows. We're sticking on the shows right now. We're gonna go into the movies next. But before we go any further, give us from in order from 5 to 3. What was your 5, your 4, and your 3?
My 5, my 4, my 3. Let's see. Well, my 5 was what was the joint? 5 was Raising Kanan. Early. Well, hold on. I'm gonna say nah. 5 was Power, actually. The last season. I thought it was gonna be better, but I'm ranking it as 5. I'm definitely gonna have to do that. 4 was what's that? The $1 Million Heist miniseries. I don't know if we count that as a TV.
Are you talking about Fight Night? I counted it. Yeah, Fight Night was my number 4.
Okay. Fight Night, and last one was, my number 3 was, for me, it was, I'm trying to think. I was teetering on 2. It was Linus for me. 3 was Linus.
Detroit is probably clapping in the chat right now. You know he whole line is down. he holds line is down. But I heard that it's a really really good show because I was actually on another stream last night and they were talking about different shows and they kept hyping up Linus, especially this second season. I need to just sit down one day and just watch it because I keep always hear these great things about this show.
Oh yeah, Linus is fire for sure.
Okay. All right, cool.
Not gonna be disappointed.
All right, Tamika, back on you. Number 2. What is your number 2?
That, I mean, y'all already said Supercell, but listen, that was top tier for me, and it was like personal and special because y'all know I got the trait. My brothers got the trait. My sister had the disease, and so for some reason it was like 3 different shows that was talking about sickle cell all around the same time. The other ones was trash. I had to go on a whole rant about them and the way that they told the story all jacked up. But I felt like Supercell did it right. And on top of that, you know, the superpowers, it just was a good show. So, yeah. And side note, Taylor Sheridan, yes, Lioness is definitely top tier. And Mayor Kingstown, Man, like he got a few of them that he just did the damn thing on. So I would tell everybody to check those out.
Cool. All right, Modot, what was your number 2?
My number 2 is Shogun.
I was waiting for it. I knew you was gonna say. I just didn't know where it was gonna fall. I said going into this. I said Mo's number 2 or 1 is going to be Shogun. It's going to be somewhere between the 2. But yeah,
Shogun,
I heard Shogun.
That was my show right there, man.
All right, Booby, what was your number 2?
My number 2 was it was Invincible for number 2 for me.
Okay.
It was tied actually. It was Invincible and Gen V, but I went more with Invincible.
Okay. Yeah, and you know, Invincible season 3 comes out next in February, and I'm so glad that they're not going to break the season up. I think that was the one thing I had an issue with Invincible this past season is that they broke the season up. They showed one half at the end of last year and the second half at the beginning of this year. Next year, they said we're going to run it straight through all the way, no breaks or interruptions. So I'm very glad about that. And Amazon, as much as we pay to you annually, y'all need to ease up off them ads.
Yeah, for real.
Because them ads are ridiculous.
Like, come on.
Okay.
Man.
But I know I'm paying for Prime and for video. I shouldn't have any ads.
Exactly. But my number 2 is ironically the only animated series on my list, and that is X-Men 97. Listen, they knocked that one out of the park. I mean, to take a show that has been off the air for over 25 years, and bring it back, and then pick up where you left off and give us this story, and every week just got better and better. I'm telling you, that Gambit episode, that was the one. Episode 5. That was the one right there. But X-Men 97, easily, hands down, in my opinion, the best animated show to come out this year, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. I might have to take mine back. I forgot about X-Men. X-Men was... Yo. Oh, my. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It was worth the wait. It went above and beyond for real.
It's like, because the thing is, it's almost like it brought in the old fans like us growing up watching it on Fox back in the day, Fox Kids back in the day, and then it brought in a new audience with the younger generation. It's like it was like a united front thing that they did that, and they pulled it off so good, and it has so much rewatchability. Like you can go back and binge watch it.
The writing was crazy.
The writing and the story, the writing and the story was very good.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have come down to number 1. All right, Tamika, let the people know what was your number 1 show.
My number 1 was your number 2, X-Men 97. For real, I enjoyed that one. They did the damn thing. I don't know if they could do it again with season 2, but I'm waiting.
Cool. All right, Mo. Now this is gonna be interesting because Shogun was number 2, so I'm very curious to know what that number 1 is.
Man, everybody knows what my number one is, and that is, and I don't
Tubi
typically
movie.
watch this kind of show.
I just got
The Penguin. That was the best show this year to me, man.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I agree.
yeah.
Nice. All right, Boobie, what was your number one?
I'm right there. Penguin.
Wow.
It was Penguin for real, hands down. That was
Yeah.
they did their thing on that one. DC they making the comeback. I'm hoping that they can hit another one out the park with Superman, but DC, they was in a slump for a hot second. But this Penguin, they did it. They definitely did it on this one, man.
Well, I guess I have to join the majority because my number one was also the Penguin. That was my. I have to say, and it's like I'm kind of kicking myself now because I didn't do a review of the entire show like I did with Cross. And I'm kicking myself that I didn't do it because that show was so good. I mean, the acting was on point. Colin Farrell deserves all the awards. The actress who played Sophia deserves all the awards. Honestly, the whole cast, the actor who played Vic, the actor who played his mother, everyone did such a good job on that show from beginning to end. And they did it without having to show Batman or the Bat signal. Well, they showed the Bat signal at the end. But let's just let you know, like, look, we need your help. So that's a good segue to when the Batman 2 comes out in a couple of years. So yeah, the Batman, I'm sorry, the Penguin is definitely my number one.
That's another one where every episode got deeper and deeper. It was like as soon as you thought you knew something, it was like, oh wow, hold on, for real.
And let me tell you, if the Penguin didn't come out this year, X-Men 97 was going to be my number one. But Penguin just edged it out just a slightly more, but that doesn't take away from what X-Men 97 did. All right, y'all. So we have made it through the shows, the top 5 shows of the year. Now let's segue into the top 5 movies that we watched this year. And like I said, I think the shows edged the movies out. But there was some good movies that came out either on streaming or theatrically. But there was a lot of streaming movies that came out this year. There's a lot of them. So we're gonna actually go backwards this time. So I'm gonna start with you, Boobie. What was your number 5 movie?
Number 5.
Yeah.
My number 5 movie. It wasn't a really good, great year for movies, but all right, but anyway, 5 was Rebel Ridge.
Okay.
I put Rebel Ridge as number 5.
A movie that was on streaming, by the way, on Netflix.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. 5. All right, Mo, what was your number 5?
I'm not really big into movies. I didn't really see too many movies this year.
Unless it's a Tubi movie.
Well, yeah, I gotta watch those. As far as movies go, like Boobie said, it wasn't really that good of a year for movies. If I had, all right, number 5, I'm gonna put Rob Peace on Netflix.
What was that? I don't think I heard of that.
So that's a true story about a guy. He ended up he was doing good for himself, but he ended up throwing it all away in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
okay.
Mary J's in there, but it's a good movie. I heard about the story, and then I'm glad that they put it. Even Mary did a good job in acting. She was kind of Monet-ish, but without the killing.
Yeah, without the pistol. Yeah, exactly.
All right, Tamika, what was your number 5?
I'm kind of stuck with the movies. I wasn't prepared with the movie. Most of mine is probably going to be horror. I'll say Don't Move was my number 5.
Okay. I think somebody in the chat was hoping somebody said Don't Move. Whoever said it in the chat, you got your wish. Somebody mentioned Don't Move. All right, so that was your number 5. Okay, my number 5 was it's on the sci-fi side, but it's sci-fi / horror, and that was Alien Romulus. Yeah, so in Alien Romulus, I think this one takes place after the first Alien, but before Aliens, which is the second Alien. So it's that movie. It's almost like a filler between both of those movies. So I would say Alien Romulus was it. The android, what was his name? I forgot his name. He was the black android. He was like the person that everybody loved. I forgot his name. If somebody in the chat can let me know what his character name, Andy, that was his name. He was like, everybody loved this character. All right, Booby, what was your number 4?
My number 4 was Rob Peace. That was number 5. It was Rob Peace. It was fire.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
I knew about the story before I seen it though, but
Yep.
they did it justice. They definitely did it justice, man. For sure.
Mo, what was your number 4?
See, I can't even remember the movies I watched this year, but I'm just going. I'm really just naming all the movies I watched. I don't really have an order.
Just throw it out. Throw it out there.
Blink Twice. That was good. I like Blink Twice.
Yeah, that was a wild movie right there. And shout out to the ladies, because I know a lot of the ladies in the space, they were doing endless reviews about Blink Twice. Like that, mm-hmm. I almost gave away how I watched it, but I did watch the movie. And it was something. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to review it. I watched it late, but I ended up watching one of my friends. She was telling me about it, and I was like, "Damn, this is good," but I just never got to it.
Yeah. All right, Tamika, what was yours?
Yeah, I agree with Mo. Blink Twice. That when I first watched that, I was like, "Oh my god!" Like that took me for a loop. I didn't know all that was going to be happening. I definitely hurried up and made a video. I won't forget that one.
Yeah. All right. Well, my next one that I had, and I'm surprised some people didn't say it yet, but they might. I don't know. Was Bad Boys Ride or Die?
That was this year?
Yeah, that was this year. Bad Boys Ride or Die. One word. Reggie.
Right.
That scene right there was so fire because it was so unexpected. If they decide to pass on the Bad Boys mantle from Will and Martin, let it be Reggie and his son and Mike Lowry's son. That scene right there was so fire, but because it was so unexpected. But the movie overall was good, and I think, in my opinion, this was the movie where I think Martin got a little bit more shine. Because a lot of the times when you look at the old Bad Boys movies, Will being the bigger star, it seemed like he got more of the star power or star quality, especially since the one before it came out. It definitely was carried heavily by Will because the story was really set around his character with the introduction of his son. But I think in this one, Martin definitely, in some capacity, carried a little bit more, which I do enjoy for him. And I can't wait to see what they'll do with the next one. But hopefully it involves Reggie and Mike Lowry's son. So that was my number 4. But go ahead, Booby.
Number 4. My number 4, man. Like I said, it wasn't a lot out, man, this year.
Now this is your number 3.
It is my number 3. Okay, number 3. My number 3, I was, man, it's a movie I was waiting for a minute, but it kind of disappointed me, but because it was the third one, I just let it go, and that was the last Venom, this last one that just came out.
Oh,
but only that's my John. That's only because it was the last one. Hopefully, it is the last one. I wanted way more, but
it's over. Sony already announced that Spider-Man list universe is done. After Craven, it's over.
Like, man, what?
Listen. I'm gonna be honest. I tapped out of Venom after the second one. How they did Carnage was an abomination.
They did Carnage dirty, real dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, they sent them off good. They left opening for a new one. So hopefully that's the real reason. I'm hoping that Marvel actually pick it up or they do something with it and actually bring it.
Yeah.
And do what they're supposed to do with it, man.
Right.
But yeah, that was my number 3.
All right, go ahead, Mo. What was your number 3?
I thought it was good. I mean, when I look at it, it's really a trash movie, but I thought it was good.
Yeah.
That movie was trash, but I liked it. I don't know why. It's
Exactly.
Jason Statham. It's a typical movie. He's whooping ass. He just is a beekeeper. This old lady got scammed, and they
Yeah.
brought him figures out.
Yeah.
He was just whooping on everybody, but he had bees.
Yeah.
So, it was whack, but it was cool to me.
And what movie was this?
The Beekeeper.
Okay.
I mean, they took it back with that movie though. That was just cliche action
Yeah.
movie stuff for real. It was
All
fire
right.
though.
All right, Tamika, go ahead.
My number, we at 3, right? I'm gonna say Smile 2. I didn't like it as much as part 1, but it was all right. I like the concept, but I wasn't too happy with that ending.
Oh, and I'll explain it when we get there because that's somewhere on my list. But my number 3 was Monkey Man. When I saw that was one of the first movies I saw this year that I said is going to automatically fall into my top 5. I'm talking about good storytelling, good action. It was a good underdog story from being at the bottom and pushing yourself and having to go through the hero's journey to get revenge. Like that was a good revenge story. And shout out to Jordan Peele for saying to Netflix, no, we're not going to put this on Netflix. Let my production company fund it, and we're going to release this theatrically. But Monkey Man, that was a really good movie. And the actor who also directed it, he did all of his own stunts, and he broke his body down to get those shots right. So kudos to him. But Monkey Man is my number 3. Booby Trap's number 2.
My number 2 was Civil War.
Okay.
Civil War. It was one that flew under the radar, you know what I mean? But it was real enough that it seems like, especially at the time that it dropped, it's like something that actually could kind of happen.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Mo, what was your number 2?
Yeah.
Wait, is Civil War the one where the guy said, "What kind of American are you?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then I'll put that on there. I forgot all about that. I thought that was an older movie. I literally just watched that last week. that was a cool movie.
Oh yeah.
So you gonna go with?
Yeah, I like that. I can put that in too.
Civil War. All right, Tamika, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is gonna be Piano Lesson. I like the fact that Denzel and the whole family got together and having their little different productions. We directing, producing. He trying to make all the August Wilson plays into movies. I'm here for every minute of it. I want to see what else they gonna bring. And Daniel Deadweiler, is it? She don't miss. She's a great actress.
She's a really good actress.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my number 2 is Deadpool and Wolverine. That is my number 2. That was a movie one of the most anticipated movies I was waiting for this year ever since I found out they were going to make a movie together. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman knocked it out of the park. Deadpool is officially now in the MCU. It was just, and it was a great time. Like when I remember going to see it with my crew, it was like one big party up in there. It was packed, and we was having a good time watching that. That intro was funny. Now that I think about it, Deadpool taking out the TVA to bye bye NSYNC was not on my bingo card.
Nah,
and using Logan Skeleton from Logan to do it, I wasn't expecting that either. But and yes, like Chillmonger said in the chat, all those cameos that they had in the movie, you had Wesley Snipes come back in a cameo as Blade. When I tell you, the theater I was in went crazy when he walked out of there. And then you had Channing Tatum finally live out his childhood dream to be Gambit after so many years of speculation if he was going to play Gambit. So yeah, so I would say Deadpool and Wolverine was my number 2. All right, Booby, what is your number 1?
My number 1 was your number 2, and that was Deadpool and Wolverine for all the same reasons that you just said. it was just that fire. And then just been waiting for that movie for so long. Exactly. It was They delivered on that one for real. Oh my god,
it was definitely long awaited. Like that was
seen
one
that
a lot
twice.
Of people was waiting.
I seen it twice. Had to.
All right, Mo, what was your number one? Something on Tubi?
Nah, heck, no, I don't remember that. If I watch a movie, I forget it.
Yeah.
But I don't really get into all that superhero stuff, so that's why Penguin was surprising. But for me, as far as movies, I say the best movie I've seen this year was probably Doom 2, Part 2.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
Doom. Oh,
I
yeah,
was,
Doom 2 was fire.
and I'm be honest with you, I wouldn't have expected you to go watch anything like Doom.
Oh man, I only watched it because my family came.
But you ended up enjoying it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. That's the same with Beekeeper. We was all sitting around, we were just going through movies, and I was like, all right, we can watch this. Zendaya was in there, so I was like, okay, let's watch this.
Did you see the first one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I seen the first one.
Okay. All right, Tamika, what is your number one?
I don't even know. I don't know. I can't think of another movie. Well, Denzel did his thing from Gladiator 2, so
So you gonna go with Gladiator 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept hearing that. I heard more about his performance than the movie.
Yeah,
itself.
he killed it. He really did. But what you expect is Denzel.
Of course, it's Denzel. Well, my number one was actually Tamika's number three, and the one she said that she didn't really care for too much, but I loved it, and that was Smile 2. Man, when I tell you, give Naomi Scott all the awards because she acted her ass off in that movie. I mean, she that woman was going through it. I mean,
she was
like that entity had her going crazy, and to those out there like with horror movies, that's how you do jump scares properly. That I'm glad they didn't do like force. Sometimes they'll try to force a jump scare on you. This one was actually pretty good. And the thing is, imagine you're being in a situation like that, and you're constantly seeing. I actually put up on my Facebook page. I said, "Don't nobody smile at me for a week." When I saw that movie. But I have to give a shout out to one of the worst movies I saw this year, which was Joker 2, because that actually propelled me to go watch Smile 2, because I wasn't gonna go watch it. I wasn't gonna go watch Smile 2, but I said Joker 2 was so bad. I said, let me go watch Smile 2. I watched the first Smile and liked it, and I see what they're going to do, and I said it's on a bigger scale now because you said you didn't. You said you didn't understand.
No, I mean, no, I didn't care that much for the ending, for them doing it that way. I see where they're going with it, and I like the concept overall of the movie. I thought it was original, especially like when they did the first one and how they just had people showing up in real places, standing there smiling at you. I'm like, no, don't come with no damn smiles around here. So,
And one thing I have to give the creators of the movie is they said that they actually made the entity that came out of her at the end. That's all practical effect. They built that. They said they said it's like 12 feet tall. They said it scared the people on the set.
Oh, wow.
So I thought that was pretty dope that they actually pulled that off. But yeah, that's definitely go ahead, Mo.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I could tell you one of the worst movies I watched, and that was that damn Lift movie with Kevin Hart on Netflix. That was so terrible.
What movie was that?
Lift, where they were like in the plane, like robbing people. I was like, what is this?
Well, maybe that's a good
trash. A trash movie was Mia Culpa. Yeah, that was garbage.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Garbage. Hot garbage.
Well, let's since we all here, let's go through and see what the movies that we thought was mid, this year. Since we already here, you already started it. Tamika, name a mid or a trash movie you saw this year.
I don't even remember now. Yeah, I don't watch so much stuff. I gotta think about that for a minute.
Hey, I got one, but I hope the FBA don't get mad at me. Rebel Ridge, man.
Yeah.
Get
that out of here.
That was my number 5 too.
You know what, Mo? I actually thought that was going to be in your top 5 too, because I know you had reviewed it, but I know you. I forgot that you did have some issues with it. Now thinking back to the review that you did, somebody in the chat is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Don't get me wrong. It's a cool movie to watch if you need a movie to watch. I'm not saying it's bad, but just overall, I was like, man, when you really think about it, like, man, this is some trash, man.
Yeah. Well, I got one for you. And the thing is, I wanted it to be so good because it would have rounded out the trilogy so good. It wasn't trash, but it was kind of mid for me, and I probably wouldn't watch it again. And that was Maxine, which was the third installment in the Pearl and X trilogy. And I wanted so bad for it to be good. I even tried to convince myself that this movie was phenomenal, but it wasn't. It was pretty mid. I hate to say it. It was pretty underwhelming, and it's unfortunate because the first two movies in that trilogy were so good. But it didn't
when
quite.
we talk about trilogies and mid, super extra mid was that Axel F, that Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh
man, I wish y'all would have just kept that and just left it how it is, man. Why would y'all tarnish the legacy like that? That man,
they do that with all these shows they try to bring back after 30 years, man. Just leave them alone. I'm upset they don't come up with anything new. They didn't had all these strikes and stuff talking about they want to get paid more. Well, y'all need to give us better shows and movies, man.
Yeah, what they talking about these strikes? What's all this stuff that they was holding back? Well, I need all that. Where'd that go?
Yeah, because that was the thing. The TV shows killed it, and you would have thought that they would have been messed up, especially since we had the strikes and all that. But 2024 with the TV shows was good. The movies, it was a few, but it wasn't as much as TV shows for me. But I just looked up because I had to refresh what came out in 2024. The Union with what was their name? Mark Wahlberg and what's my girl? Berry. Yes. They could have kept that shit in the vote.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you didn't care. I remember you saying you didn't care for that.
Yeah, that Divorce in Black that DeMarcus is talking about. Oh man.
Here we go.
I got like the first 15 minutes. I said,
I hated that. And y'all know I review Tyler Perry stuff, but that one just did not do it for me. All the rest of the girls, ladies was like, what for real? I was so disgusted with it. I turned it off and I was mad because I'm the one that said we was going to review it for movies.
They tried to get me to do it. I couldn't watch the first 20 minutes. I said no.
I think Maxine was probably the only mid movie, in my opinion, that I watched this year. All the other ones, for the most part, I was pretty much fine with. But yeah, that was a hard watch. Now, if I could throw a movie in there that I recently saw that if it came out with a little bit earlier, I probably would have put it in my top 5, was definitely Sonic 3. Now that's how you do a trilogy. Sonic 3, yeah. I can't wait for Sonic 4. Unfortunately, we gotta wait to 2027. But Sonic 3, they killed it. Getting Keanu Reeves to voice Shadow, that was a stroke of genius, in my honest opinion.
I'm gonna say my worst movie that I watched this year. Meet Me Next Christmas. That Christina Milian.
What?
Man.
Are you serious? I love that movie.
It's serious. If it wasn't for 31 Days of Netflix, I would have never turned that crap on, man. And I used to have a crush for her, but not anymore. I don't like her at all.
Yeah, I remember Mo was reviewing that. Mo, it sounded like you was depressed having to even review the movie.
Man, I wasted an hour and a half of my
life. I thought that was so cute.
And at least it's a Christmas movie, so I mean, it's a seasonal thing, you know.
But yeah, you didn't do honorable mention for movie. I would say Shirley is an honorable mention.
Okay.
With Regina King, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I sure didn't. I went straight into the top 5. But y'all got any more worse? That was funny.
Man, I'd have to pull up a list or something because I'd have seen a lot. You give me a minute, I'll pull something up and find them.
Go ahead. I was trying to see if I could pull up a list of the stuff that I gotta probably go over the past year.
Let me just log into Netflix and look at what have I watched, because let me tell you, there's a lot of bull on there.
Oh, I got one. Oh, this one. Imaginary. Oh my God, I had high hopes for that movie, and my hopes just died. Like by the time I walked out of that theater, Imaginary. That was some mid mess right there. Imaginary. I would highly suggest that if you are a horror fan to not watch that movie. The trailer was better than the movie. Only because they used Just My Imagination by the Temptations as their theme, which was perfect for the movie, but the movie itself wasn't that good. Go ahead.
Probably that movie Carry On. Like I done watched a lot of movies just because it was December. That Carry On movie on Netflix. Don't even waste your time. Nobody. Don't waste your time.
Well, and the thing is, I had it open up on my Netflix set to just all I had to do was press play. I didn't get past the first 5 seconds of the DreamWorks logo.
Yeah, it ain't nothing special.
Really? I didn't think it was garbage. I didn't think it was the best, but I didn't think it was garbage. And people were saying it was the new Die Hard. Now stop with that because it ain't.
Oh,
There's only one Die Hard,
okay?
Not even close.
Booby, you got any more mid or trash that you saw this year?
Mid or trash? I'm trying to think.
Oh, I already said the other trash, and this was the worst one for me, and that was Joker 2. Turning it into a musical was an absolute disgrace.
I don't know what they were thinking with that at all. I really don't. Yeah, why would you even do that after that? After the original made so much money with what y'all did with it, why would you change up? See, that's what DC. That's what I be talking about with DC. See?
Or as
every time,
as one of my comrades call it, he called DC "Don't Care Comics."
For real, because you never. It's a mixed bag. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Right.
You really don't. As soon as you put your faith in them with a good movie, they turn around and do something like, wow. Yeah.
Didn't They Clone Tyrone come out this year?
No, that came out last year.
Damn, that's a long time, wasn't it? Jeez.
Yeah, that was They Clone. Yeah, it was.
I thought that was like
even though that was a fire movie. That was that
was a good movie.
Man, they did their thing with that one for real. And they had the best they had the best marketing ever. Everybody thought Jamie Foxx was a clone.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All the conspiracies and stuff about him started popping up around that time. I said, if y'all don't sit down somewhere,
best marketing ever.
I'm like, y'all don't know more than we do about his situation. And then when he finally revealed it, I bet none of y'all had it right.
No. Yo.
Was that Mufasa any good?
It was actually pretty good. I saw it, because I saw it a couple days. I saw it on Christmas Eve, as a matter of fact. And let me tell you something. The trailer does not give away anything at all. Nah. Like when you go, because if you only went off solely based on the trailer, you're gonna go in there thinking, oh, I already know how this is gonna play out. But then you watch him like, oh, damn, they pulled a complete 180 on me because I did not know that's how it was gonna turn out.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me feel bad for Scar now. This immigrant.
Oh, please. Wait a
minute. Let me just say this. Let me just say this right now. If you see this movie, you're not going to feel bad for Scar one iota. I promise you. You're going to dislike Scar even more when you see this.
I never did that. Deception.
Oh God, I can't. Oh, y'all know too. Well, y'all know I mostly was rocking with horror movies. Abigail, they could have kept her. Megan was better to me. And The Watchers, that was complete trash. And I was trying to rock with Dakota Fanning, but that was not. You didn't need to watch that.
Yeah, I tried to watch Abigail, but I couldn't get into it like I thought I could. But Megan was definitely the better movie, even though that came out last year. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the second one. But Megan was good. Yeah. I won't spoil it, Eric. Go watch Mufasa. It was actually pretty good.
One like the documentary thing that I watched this year, the Mendez brothers. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a good year for like movies like those like that with the Menendez brothers. Even the and I don't know if Detroit is still in the chat, but the one that they did on Aaron Hernandez,
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
that was true. That those two was some roller coaster rides for real.
Yeah, people was cursing me out in the chat.
They were,
Yeah.
they were. Man, you had some people triggered in that chat. I remember seeing you had some people triggered.
That John, we had the Freaknik John. Everybody was waiting on.
Oh yeah, when
That
they
was
found
like,
when they said they was gonna drop that Freaknik one, they was like, they said some aunties about to get exposed.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
But also this year, you know, this is a year where shows, some shows got canceled. You know, they're not coming back. Of course, the obvious one, and like I was saying earlier, when we all collectively watch, is Power Book 2 Ghosts. After 4 seasons, that's not coming back. That show is officially over and done with.
Out of here.
I feel like it's some other shows that got canceled as well, but
Yeah.
that's the one. But that's the one that sticks out to me.
Y'all probably wasn't watching this, but Hulu definitely was on the chopping block with the black shows. They canceled Black Cake, and I forget the one with Kerry Washington and what's his name? Oh God, I can't remember right now, but I was pissed about that. What you gonna do? They good for canceling them black shows.
Kendall said, "I'm glad it's gone." she's talking about Power Books. She's like, "I'm glad it's gone." Yeah, I mean, like I said, the shows can't last forever. They run its course. The storyline.
Yeah.
Well, did we see if Mr. and Mrs. Smith did that get renewed?
Yeah, that did get renewed.
It got renewed, right? All right, so yeah, that's another one. That's an honorable mention
that was
for shows for sure.
good.
That was fire.
Yeah, Unprisoned. Thank you, Miss Kara. Yeah.
All right, but before we actually get out of here, I want to go around to each person and ask, what show or movie are you looking forward to in 2025? Because they about to come out with some heat. Well, it could be another season of a show, or it could be a brand new show, movie, whatever. So I'm gonna start with Mo. I'm gonna start with you first this time.
Really just raising Canaan as of right now. You know, that's what my channel is built off of, Power. So that's my primary objective, and that's what I'm really waiting to see. I want to see how all this plays out, you know, bring out the board and get back to it.
And not only the board, but something else, the paperwork.
Oh,
I ain't never.
You got paperwork.
Mo
I ain't never.
Yeah. You got receipts.
There it is.
Yo.
All right, movie. What shows or movies are you looking forward to in 2025?
Shows definitely Raising Canaan. That's a must. That's obvious. I would think. I'm trying to think. Then we don't know. Is Mayor Kingstown just got renewed, so I don't know if they're coming back. Hopefully by end of the year they come back. As far as movies, just I'm trying to think. What's the joint it's coming out now? 2025. I'm trying to think what movies besides Superman. After seeing that trailer, I do want to see the Superman joint. I'm hoping we won't get formulaic with that one. Because we know how James Gunn get formulaic a little bit. So we're gonna see how that goes. And I'm trying to think what's the other one that I was looking for 2025.
I know it's a lot.
I know you know exactly which one I'm talking about. It's coming out in next month. Next month.
It's a movie.
Then the Thieves 2.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah. Because they tell you they're about to turn that into a franchise. They're about to Fast and Furious that thing.
I hope not. I mean, when you say as far
that's
like
what they're trying to do. That's what they said they're trying to do.
I hope not, because I fell off of Fast and Furious after Paul Walker passed.
I don't think they're gonna get as crazy as Fast and Furious, but they going that route with it.
That's what I hope they don't do.
Probably like Expendables. They probably get around that level. But I don't want them to go too far fetched where it's just over animated.
Nah.
Right. Okay, Tamika, what shows and movies are you looking forward to next year?
I don't remember everything, but dinner thieves. I do want to see what that's talking about. Superman. Would you be quiet, child? Sinners. Sinners. I definitely want to check that one out. Ballerina. I want to see what that's talking about. And Raising Kanan. That's my favorite. So that's all I could think of right now.
Okay, well, for me, as far as shows go, I'm looking forward to Invincible season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Also, uh, Daredevil Born Again. If they're saying it's going to be like the Netflix version, oh, I'm all the way in because Daredevil on Netflix was peak TV. That one was really
Yeah,
good.
I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah, Daredevil Born Again. I'm also looking forward to the final season of Stranger Things.
Yes.
The final season of Stranger Things is coming back.
The Boys. I forgot to mention the Boys too, but
yeah. What else is there? I can't think of Mo, another show that you reviewed that I think got some traction. The Last of Us season 2.
Oh yeah, how do I forget about The Last of Us?
Hold
yes,
up.
The
Y'all
Last
coming back,
of
right?
Us, yes. Absolutely.
I forgot all about that already.
Also, Brave New World, Captain America, and Wakanda.
Oh yeah, Captain America.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you gotta remind me. I don't remember that.
I almost forgot about. I think I want to say that Last of Us season 2 might be coming out maybe like in the March area because I know the first season came out in January. But I think March is probably around that area where it's going to be coming out at. But those right now are the shows that I'm looking forward to. Now, the movies, like y'all just said, Captain America, Brave New World, Sinners, Magazine Dreams. Finally, that movie is finally coming out. Jonathan Majors is about to be back on that big screen like he never left. I'm very much looking forward to that. My curiosity is there for Thunderbolts. I'm very curious to see how that movie is going to play out because I feel like a lot of people are clowning it, but that might be a sleeper. Like a lot of people didn't know about the Guardians of the Galaxy, and look at how successful that franchise became.
Yeah,
I'm also
I knew nothing about Guardians of the Galaxy until I went to I was getting my hair braided. They had like this little stick thing talking.
Yes. When I first saw it well, I don't know how season 2 gonna do, but season 1 was good. The Night Agent. That's supposed to be getting ready to come back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm also looking forward to and hopefully they can finally get this right because they it's been like oh my god, why did you do this with Fantastic Four? So I'm hoping they can finally get that right. Superman is coming out. I'm kind of interested in seeing that. Oh, and the movie that I'm really looking forward to next year is the Michael Jackson biopic. That comes out next year. It was supposed to
It's dropping. They gonna drop it.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out in April, but they pushed it back to October. And I said there's 2 reasons why I believe they did that. One, because it'll better their Oscar chances, because they're definitely going to push that. It's definitely going to be a huge campaign, a huge Oscar, Golden Globe campaign behind that movie for sure. And then 2, October, Halloween, Thriller. So I can see what they're doing with that. But the last movie I'm looking forward to that I can think off the top of my head that's coming out at the end of the year, Avatar: Fire and Ash. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of them Avatar movies.
Oh yeah,
I'm a huge fan of them 3.5 long hour movies.
3 hours, 3 hours, yo.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see how they're gonna do this because now they're going to, I guess, like a Fire Nation type of place because the last one was dealing with water and now this one's dealing with fire. So
I watched both of the first ones in parts. I watched them at the house. I watched like an hour and a half.
You gotta take a break. As a matter of fact, when I went to go see The Way of Water, me and some people, we went to go see it in 4DX. So imagine watching that with 3D and your
Man.
seats moving. You got the water spray and the water spraying in
Yeah.
your face. You got the mist and the wind and all of that. Yeah, that was quite an experience. But I tell people all the time, if you're gonna go watch a movie at 40X, you better not have no drink in your head because that thing gonna spill on you for sure. It's definitely gonna spill on you. But yeah, those are the movies and shows that I'm looking forward to. There's probably some other ones, but those are the ones that I'm anticipating or the ones that I could think of right off the top of my head. But anyway, y'all, this was a pretty good one. We got it done in a little over an hour. Shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to everyone who sent me super chats. I couldn't exactly get to them because we were so engaged in this conversation. And also shout out to my guests that came up. We got Tamika from Tamika's Den. We got Booby Traps. We got Modai J. I have the links down in the description, so make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if y'all are watching from their channels, shout out to each and every one of you as well. Tamika, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Nothing in particular right now. Yeah, I know I'll just be popping up sometimes and doing something, child, some show, some movie. But I know that the first Saturday, of course, it'll be, Self-Care Saturday and what you should be watching. And the second Saturday, January 11th, will be my birthday trivia night. So come through, y'all.
Hey, listen, the last trivia night was one for the book. The last trivia night was one for the book.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
We had fun. You had the ball up there for real.
Yeah, we was up there for I think that might have been one of your longest trivia nights. We was up there for
it was.
Yeah. All right, Mo, what you got coming up?
Right now we're doing the Squid Games episode 2 recap is up. So we got all 7 of those. That'll take us into the new year. I did a little under 300 streams this year. So next year I'm definitely gonna try to get to at least 300 for the year. And other than that, I'm gonna do the pop the balloon in probably like an hour, and that'll be the last one I probably ever do. Well, we'll see. But other than that, man, that's it to the new year. Till some new shows come out. Squid Games.
Right. All right, Booby, what you got coming up? I know you just now getting back into the swing of things.
Oh yeah, I ain't back just yet. After New Year's though, I'm back. All new, ready. I mean, yeah, it's about to be crazy for real, for real. I'm about to sit back right now. Finish watching these last 2 episodes of What If. If ain't nobody caught them, hey, jump on it.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. The second episode, the one with Agatha and the one with I think it was the Howard the Duck one. I didn't really mesh with those. However, today's episode and the Riri Williams one, those 2 so far are my favorite episodes so far.
The second one was my least favorite.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Storm episode when she got millionaire. Why do I got the biggest feelings? That's gonna be the last episode. I got the strongest.
It probably is. Y'all, they know we want to see James Storm, so they gonna say that.
Yeah, for real.
I have a feeling that's gonna be the last episode. But as for me, tomorrow I'm gonna be doing my last sound off Saturday of the year. It's gonna be like another kickback, like we're doing tonight, but we're just gonna be recapping all the moment as many because it was this year had a lot of stuff going on. Ever since Cat Williams sat on Shannon Sharp's podcast, from that moment forward, all hell broke loose. It's like that man opened up Pandora's box the minute he said this will be the year of exposure. And that's exactly what it became. So tomorrow, that is what I'm going to be doing on my channel. And then I think also I have a few lives coming up. I'm going to be talking about, I have to do a huge sigh when I say this person's name, Malika Andrews. I'm gonna be talking about her and her fraudulent stuff. You tell your sister to get herself together. But also, I'll be talking about what's recently be going on X lately. Because and Mo, I'm surprised you haven't talked about this yet. This would be good for the Mo You Know channel about what Elon and Vivek Ramaswamy recently said about the Indians in tech. That they are crashing out on X right now and have been since Christmas.
Yeah. They taking away monetization from the other MAGA people. They all going at it right now. It's funny. I'm watching it.
People are losing their blue check. I mean, they going nuts right now. I'm be
tomorrow I might have a.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say tomorrow. Probably 3 p.m. Eastern. I probably have another As Adults episode because my guy just hit me up. So I'll probably have that, and I'll bring people on. You guys.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that first episode. I'm actually looking forward to the ongoing of that because I thought that was that's good to take something from our childhood and then break it down as adults. Ironically, the title of your show to see how we see it now through a grown adult lens. But yeah, I'm also going to be talking about the usual suspects getting upset at Beyonce's halftime show performance because they always got something to say. I mean, the most ridiculous. Look, I got a lot coming up. I'll just put it like that. I got a lot coming up. But anyway, y'all, shout out to each and everybody that came through on this Friday evening. To those of you who are subscribed to my channel, make sure y'all subscribe to their channel as well. You will not be let down by the content they bring, especially if you like watching television or movies and all of that good stuff. If it comes recommended from me, it comes highly recommended. But with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. I will talk to you all tomorrow for the last Sound Off Saturday of the year. Be safe and be one.